Welcome to the Premier Baseball Association League. We're a league based on the game OOTP, which is Out of the Park Baseball. Right now we're going to be doing a tutorial for both our league and the OOTP community in and of itself. The PBAL, we call it the PBA by the way, is a fictional 24-team league that sims 5 times per week and can be found at statsplus.net/PBAL/. That web address again is statsplus.net/PBAL. Now, on this channel, if you want to be notified of any updates to our niche channel, feel free to click subscribe, and if you hit that bell, you'll get notified of any new and additional content that's going up. So with that being said, welcome. And what we're going to be doing here is going through and deciding on, or not deciding, just how to create a league within the OOTP game engine. I'm going to show you 2 ways. One is a little bit easier, one is a lot bit easier, and the other one is if you really want to get behind the nuts and bolts of it. So with that being said, let's get going. Boom. Okay. Here we got the OOTP game screen. This should work in both. This is a Windows-based system that I have, and it should work also in the Mac. The first thing you should do is go to settings right here at the bottom. Now we're going to ignore all of these here, because that we don't really need that right now. And you can go to show more modes, but it doesn't really have anything to do with us right now. So we go to settings. In here you have interface, miscellaneous, 3D face, license, we're not going to go there. Expert, and troubleshooting. Troubleshooting is what we want. What we're going to do here is open folder containing saved games. This is the easiest way in the world, especially with Mac users who supposedly have trouble finding their folder structure and where it goes. I also know that OOTP is, if you decide to customize where it goes rather than using the default, it kind of screws around with some of the files. At least it did that in OOTP 19. So that being said, this is probably the easiest way. So you go to open folder containing saved games, and right away it shows you where your game folders are. What we're going to do, and we took the liberty of naming one PBA video files, but for the sake of this tutorial, we're just going to name this we press F2. We're just going to name this GTA. So now we come here and we go to new folder. This is what you would do. And just to recap, add here at the bottom, settings, troubleshooting, open folder containing saved games. New folder. Now this here is interesting. You can name your league whatever you want to name it. You want to name it some kind of, perverse thing? Be my guest. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You're going to name it after your favorite president, like George Washington? Be my guest. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You want to name it after your favorite dog, your cat, your pet, your canary, whatever. You're really not going to hurt my feelings, and you're not going to have any kind of problem whatsoever. So, let's pick a name. We just happen to be doing this today on Labor Day, so we're going to name this the Labor Day League. Just like that, Labor Day League. The only thing you have to do is put a .lg at the end. That is it. That's it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to move this over to the side. I'll be able to get it. It'll go off your screen. We come back to OOTP Baseball. Let's just cancel this. And now we click on load game. Doesn't show up yet because there's nothing in it. Okay. Go back to our window, and now what we're also going to do is go to our Stats Plus website. Now the reason we're going here, this is where it has the links for our league file and settings file, and these two are the important files. Click on settings files. Right away it comes to where do you want to download it. So out of the park developments, we can navigate all the way there. Actually, we have to. Data, saved games, and Labor Day League. This is important. You have to create a folder here called settings. You have to. Sorry. Click on no folder, type in settings, and it's got to be the word settings. Double click and drop it in. And that's where you would click save. The reason I chose that one over the league file, it is the smallest of the two, and it's just good for our timing. So we're going to move this off. Now, let's say you still have trouble finding your game. You still had that window open where you had the save games. Right up here, right at the top, is your file directory. I have it on my F drive. Out of the park development, OOTP 20, data, save games. Okay, Labor Day League, settings. So now when we come back to the Stats Plus with the links, settings file, even if I'm not sure where I have to go, I just have to mirror this here. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm now going to cancel that. You also do the league file. Now, Google Chrome at least remembers the last thing you did. The only problem is we don't need it in the settings file. So right up here, you click over here, or you can click over here. Either one works. Click here, and it goes up a directory. If you click here, it goes up a directory. I don't need to do it. If you were, that's where you were saving. And this is how I get my league file. And you don't need the .zip. So this here, if it has .zip, you could leave it, you know, it doesn't really matter. Actually, it does. Leave the .zip. I canceled it anyway. All right. For simplicity purposes, I already downloaded the file. So I already downloaded settings, as you saw. So I'm just going to drag and drop this one into Labor Day League. So now we come here. In settings, first thing we're going to do is double click on this, and we have the raw file is a zip file. Opens up into a new window, and all I do is this. Highlight them all, drag and drop. You could leave the settings dot in there. The other way to do it is to extract. But when you extract, if you're not at the folder already, you got to do the navigation nonsense. Out of the park, 20, data, save games, Labor Day League, click the plus settings, and then hit OK. Would you like to replace them? I already dragged and dropped them. So I'm just going to cancel all this. So that's where this one gets a little bit easy, and we're talking about simplicity. Okay, so open up your settings, highlight them all, drag and drop. Okay, we don't need this guy anymore. I'm done with this guy. All right, Labor Day League, Premier Baseball Association League. Again, you can name it anything you want. Double click on this, opens up the Premier Baseball Association League file. Highlight. Guess what? Drag and drop. Just like that, this thing is doing its magic. And should be done. Oh, we're moving 2,200 items. So with that, I'll have a separate. Oh, look, there it is. Okay, all that's done. Load game. Labor Day League. Whoa, there it is. Let's hit OK to load the game. Loading players, messages, storyline, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you get the point. I should really just pause this video here, but it's going quick. So, how's everybody else's day? Oh, may as well. Oh, there we go. And here's our teams, our members. Select, type in a password, and away we go. And that's all there is to it. Okay, so let's exit this game. OOTP start screen, come right from the top. Now, fairly simple, and that's all you need to do. Now, if you wanted to create this all on your own, this is what you do. You don't even need the OOTP engine. First thing, we open up this, and we grab one of these. Okay, so we got our window for our web browser with our league. We need that for the links. Save games. Let's get rid of the Labor Day League. We don't need that anymore. Before I do that, let me just make sure. No, I don't have it. Labor Day League. I'm just going to move this one here back to my folder. This, so I don't have to download it again. Okay. Labor Day League. Let's delete this one. We don't need it anymore. No reason to take up the space. And here's a little tip. If you hold the Shift key and press the Delete key on your keyboard, Shift Delete, this will delete what you're deleting and bypass the recycle bin. Only do this if you know you're never going to need this. I don't need this file. And it's open somewhere. Outstanding. Oh, because we got two of these puppies open. Let's get rid of you. Try that again. Alright, apparently. Oh, that's why. Let's get rid of you. Try that one more time. League, Shift, Delete, Labor Day League. Goodbye. And it gets rid of that. I also don't, I need that one. Alright. So this is what we do. We're going to start at the computer. I happen to know where mine is. Again, if you don't know where yours is, there's no reason to go through this exercise. So, we go to computer. I want it on my F drive. That's where my game is. 20. Data. Save games. New folder. We're going to name this again Labor Day. If I could only spell. Labor Day Part 2. And again, don't forget LG.LG. If it's not there, it won't be recognized. So just like that, there's nothing in here. The next step you must do, new folder, settings. That's how you go online, and that's how it knows where to look and put your password in and all that other fun stuff. Okay. For simplicity purposes, links, league file, downloaded. Thank you very much. And links, settings file, download. Thank you very much. So we're just gonna say we did that. Okay. Come back to out of the park, data. Okay. Labor Day League Part 2, settings, and here are two files that we just downloaded from the statsplus.net PBAL website. Settings. Now, I don't have to necessarily move the settings into the settings file. All I have to do is, again, click and highlight, and I can just drag and drop them right in there. Since the file sizes on this is, what, 10,000 bytes, it's a quick thing, and there they are. So now we come back to the Premier Baseball Association zip. Highlight, click, drag, drop, and as soon as this is done, we're good to go. And again, this one here, there it is, it's done. So let me close these windows so when I go and delete that, oh wait, we're moving, we're not done yet, almost. There we go. Now we delete or close out the zip files. And Labor Day Part 2 is there, .lj. So now we come back to our out of the park, load game, and Labor Day Part 2. There she is. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all she wrote. It is just that simple to pull up and to create a league. Importing a league. Wasn't going to do it, but I'll just give you the Reader's Digest version. What you do is you click on the More Modes, import OOTP game, find where it is, and you're looking for the world.date file. If you're not sure, click, is it drives? Nope. Open. One of these here will open. New folder? Nope, that's not it. Have no idea what that is. We'll hold off on this until the next time. There's no reason to start that now. So, that's where we are. Yeah, it's a little choppy. What are you going to do? Sue me. Anyway, this is the Premier Baseball Association League channel. Feel free to, again, click subscribe, ring the little bell there if you want to be notified of any updates that we have. The PBA League, again, is a fictional 24-team league that sims 5 times per week and can be found at statsplus.net/PBAL. Thank you for watching and have a great day.